The Acer Nitro 5 is one of the most popular gaming laptops. The manufacturer boasts excellent sales, mainly due to a good price-performance ratio. For this year's versions of the Nitro 5, the situation looks a little different, as the laptop has started to include much more powerful components. The model we received for testing is the highest configuration based on Intel Tiger Lake H processors. It has an Intel Core i7-11800H processor with 8 cores and 16 threads of execution, an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070 laptop GPU, 32 GB of RAM, 4 TB of storage, and an excellent WQHD display with a refresh rate of 165 Hz. In many ways, then, it's a huge leap in performance over previous versions of the Acer Nitro 5. But can the visibly more powerful components cope in a chassis that wasn't originally designed for them? The Acer Nitro 5 features a dedicated NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070 laptop GPU on board. The laptop name is no coincidence, as it's now part of the official naming scheme for NVIDIA laptop graphics cards to help differentiate them from their desktop counterparts. In the case of the Ampere architecture, we're going back somewhat to the days when mobile and desktop chips were completely different. The GA102 core, with its very high TGP, proved to be a difficult task for notebooks, so the GA104 is the excellent choice. The NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070 laptop GPU is the second most powerful graphics currently available in notebooks. However, it has been slightly modified from the desktop version. We get an Ampere GA104 core with 5120 CUDA cores, and 8 GB of GDDR6 VRAM on a 256-bit memory bus. By comparison, the desktop GeForce RTX 3070 uses a GA104 core with 5,888 CUDA cores. Another issue might be that from now on, NVIDIA will no longer differentiate between Max-Q and Max-P models. Instead, we're getting chips with a certain TGP that laptop manufacturers must adhere to. Depending on the board, the TGP ranges from 60 watts to 125 watts or more. In the case of the notebook tested, the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070 laptop has a TGP of up to 100 watts in support for Dynamic Boost 2 technology. The Acer Nitro 5 in the tested version has an Intel Core i7-11800H processor, due in May 2021. This is the latest 11th generation chip, using the Willow Cove architecture. The processor's base TDP is 4 to 5 watts, and for this report, the frequency is 2.3 GHz. With the Turbo Boost 2 function, it is possible to increase this to a maximum of 4.6 GHz when loading a single core or 4.2 GHz when loading all 8 cores. The Acer Nitro 5 in this year's versions uses exactly the same build materials, although in many configurations the hardware is positioned higher than previous generations. Almost all ports have been arranged on the left and right sides. The exception is the power connector, which is on the back of the laptop. On the left side is a Kensington lock, an Ethernet port, 2 USB 3.2 connectors, and a single 3.5 mm audio jack. The right side features USB 3.2 Type-C ports, a single USB 3.2 connector, and an HDMI 2 port. The laptop has a screen that measures 17.3 inch diagonally with a resolution of 2560 by 1440 pixels and has a matte coating. It has an IPS panel, so viewing angles are wide both vertically and horizontally. This array features good brightness, which reaches a level of around 310 nits. 3D Mark Time Spy is a DirectX 12 graphics card benchmark, developed in close collaboration with AMD, Intel, Microsoft, and NVIDIA, intended to be a performance benchmark for many years to come, so it is very demanding. For obvious reasons, only Windows 10 owners, the only system that supports DirectX 12 libraries, will run it. Using the built-in test, at the end of which performance is given in points. Thus, we see a score of 8,609 points in this benchmark. Among the games tested were racing games in the form of the latest installment in the Dirt series, Dirt 5, from Codemasters Studio. The title offers a variety of competition for both less demanding players and seasoned rally racing veterans. For testing, we use the built-in benchmark. The settings were automatically set to maximum with ray tracing turned on. This averaged 39 FPS. I'm sure the price of such a configuration will be a little over $1,600, so we're talking a noticeable price increase for the Nitro range. But overall, we have a high-performance laptop with an IPS display that reproduces 90% of the DCI-P3 spectrum, so it can also be used for photo or video editing. The laptop managed to catch our attention, and I recommend it to those who are looking for something with performance, but not exceeding the price of $2,000.